Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be giving you a quick update on return on investment Dapps and more specifically on Matic FOMO, Phantom FOMO, Avalanche FOMO and all those other FOMOs, and explaining to you exactly why those FOMOs are no-mo, which means I won't be putting any more videos of that type on this channel, and I'll tell you exactly why. So when I first put out the video for Matic FOMO V1 on the 25th of February, I first came across that project by, I think it was from Hayes Crypto. So I've been looking through Hayes Crypto to see what recent audits they'd done, and they'd recently done an audit on Matic FOMO. I kind of looked a bit further into it. I had a look on YouTube. Somebody else had put a video out on the project, so I kind of seen what they had said and done about it, and it looked like an interesting project. Now, it's not something I'd ever been involved in before. I'd never invested into one of these kind of return on investment Dapps. I did know it was high risk. I wasn't sure exactly how high risk it was, but I did know it was high risk. So I subsequently put out a video. Now, I did explain in that video that it was high risk. I did explain exactly what I was putting into it, why I was putting into it, and saying that if you're going to put into it, don't put into it because I have, but if you do, make sure you only put in a small amount and make sure it's only money that you can afford to lose. Now, some of you probably did put money into that and make money, and some of you put money into it and lost money. I put 100 Matic in on the first version, V1, and 2 weeks later I withdrew 204 Matic, so I did more than double my money, and I thought, this is brilliant, I'm going to have another go at this. And then the next day Phantom FOMO was released, so I put into Phantom FOMO as well. I put in a 50 Phantom stake, and I also put in a 100 Phantom stake. One of them was for 2 week period and one of them was for a 4 week period, 28 days. Whilst those monies were staked, Matic FOMO V2 was released about a week later, so I thought, okay, I'll put in 150 Matic into Matic FOMO V2. Now, when it came to withdraw from Phantom FOMO, let's just take a look on the computer here. We can see that was due to expire on the 23rd of the 3rd. That was plan 4, 14-day stake. 209 Phantom that I could withdraw, and when I came to withdraw it, the contract balance was at 0, and subsequently I couldn't withdraw it, so I lost that money. I've still got 50 Phantom locked up in plan number 6. That's due to expire on the 6th of April, and that isn't going to happen because the contract balance is at 0. Matic FOMO V2, I put in 150 Matic on the 13th of March, due to expire yesterday, the 27th of March, where I could withdraw 296.32 Matic, so almost double. I checked the contract balance around about 4 PM UK time yesterday. There was still $800,000 in there. My contract was due to expire about 7 PM, so I thought, 3 hours, there should be enough money in there in 3 hours for me to withdraw my money. Nope, that contract balance drained to 0 within an hour or two, and subsequently I lost that money too. So why is this happening? What happened in the first instance and what's happened since? So with Matic FOMO V1, I got in within 6 hours, and we'll have a look exactly what happened with that in a second. We'll look at the contracts, but I got in about 6 hours after the project launched. And I think there was about 1.7 million Matic already staked at that point. There was a lot of users who put in before me. There was a force withdraw function available on Matic FOMO V1, which meant that if you'd put your money into plan number 4 and you'd locked it away, if you subsequently decided, I'm a bit dubious, I don't know if I'll be able to get my money out, there was a force withdraw function. Now, you couldn't actually see the force withdraw button on the website. It did say it was coming soon, coming soon, coming soon, but it never actually came. Another YouTuber put out a video to show exactly how you could do that by accessing the contracts and executing a command on the contract direct and being able to force withdraw your money. So a lot of people did that and they took the money out. Now, they would have lost 20% of their initial investment for doing that force withdrawal, but it did mean that they'd kept 80% of their funds safe. So that function has subsequently been removed from Phantom FOMO, Matic FOMO V2 and Avalanche FOMO. You can no longer do that. So that is a bit of a red flag in itself, in that you can't do that if you want. Once you state, that's it. You're guaranteed to either be able to withdraw your money or lose your money, but you can't withdraw it before your plan expires. What has also happened is that Matic FOMO V1 was kind of the first one of these projects, so people were didn't really know what it's about. There was other projects from other developers prior to this, but this was the first from this FOMO type brand. And what happened is people obviously were getting in within the first few hours and being able to withdraw 2 weeks later. What's happened since is that people are getting in really right on launch time, so within minutes of the project launching, people are getting in. But it's not just regular people like you and me who are putting in 10 Matic, 50 Matic, 100 Matic, 200 Matic. Some of these people are putting in 50,000 Matic, and 50,000 Matic is a lot of money. You know, we're talking $60,000-$70,000, and when it comes time for them to withdraw their funds 2 weeks later, they're going to have double that, sometimes treble that, whatever interest rates they've been given at the time, but they're going to have a lot of money to withdraw, which means that the contract balance is going to go to zero pretty quickly when people are withdrawing those types of funds. So if we just take a look at the Matic FOMO contract, so this is obviously Matic FOMO V2, it ended yesterday, but we'll have a look at the contract. I'm gonna download the CSV of all the transactions. It does say that you can only export the earliest 5,000, so it won't have everything in here because I think there was nearly 7,000 transactions, but I'll withdraw what we can, download what we can. And we'll open up this workbook. I'll just widen these. I'm going to sort it by transaction date. So I'll put newest to oldest so we can see. Yeah, so the 25th of the 3rd, that was Friday, 12/16. That's the last transaction available on this CSV, and that's just because you can only download 5,000 transactions. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for my transaction. I'll just get my wallet address here. And then we'll just find my transaction. So that's my wallet address. I'll just click find again just so you can see there's only one transaction in there. I've not actually been able to withdraw. That was my initial deposit. I'll highlight that in yellow and we can see there 150 Matic. And we'll just go back to the spreadsheet here. We can see there 150 Matic. States on the 13th of the 3rd. And there we go, 13th of the 3rd. 10 to 6, the time was 150 Matic. Now, if we just scroll down to the bottom, we can see what time the first transaction was. 5 Matic was put in there at 12:44. So that's kind of what, 4 hours before me? Is it 4 hours? 3 hours before me. So I kind of got in pretty early, you know, within 3 hours of the contract launch I got in, and I still lost my money. Now if we I'll just scroll back up to my transaction here. Probably quicker. So there's my transaction, 150 Matic. I'm just going to sum all of these deposits. So this is everything that was put in before I put in. And we can see that was 895,033. So 895,000 Matic was put in before I could put mine in, or I did put mine in. So all of those people would have been able to draw their Matic before I could, and before anyone who's put in after me could. So when you've got that kind of money being put in and that kind of money being withdrawn hours before you can withdraw your money, is it any surprise that these contracts are going to zero as quickly as they do? And just before I take my specs off, I just want to go through and have a look. I'm going to sort this by column H, which is Matic value. So column H is, hang on, I need to see what the heading is. In, value in. sort, custom sort, value in, Matic, largest to smallest. I mean, 104,700 Matic, which is $180,000. Somebody's put in $180,000. And when did they put that in? They put it in, well, they put that in after me. So I'm guessing this person lost $180,000 if they put it in at 1830, which was after I did. In fact, that wallet address below is the same wallet address. And that was for $67,000. So in total, that's $248,000 that was deposited into Matic FOMO on the 13th of March from this wallet address. Now I'm guessing that they've lost that $248,000. In fact, let's just take a look at the contracts again. And I'm gonna just download the transactions for yesterday, which was the 27th, when they would have been able to withdraw. 27th. Oh, traffic lights. Oh, I mean, $248,000. Let's just widen this. And I'm going to sort it on from wallet address. Copy this wallet address here. And we'll just find that. So there's all of the transactions for that wallet address. Let me just select, oops, don't want to do that. Let me just select all of them. I'm going to cut them and I'll just paste them into another workbook. I'll just put the header in there as well, just so we know what we're looking at. Let's take that one. So that's all the transactions yesterday, starting at 9:57, no, 05:31. Well, I don't know why you could withdraw at different times, but anyway, I'm guessing that they could only withdraw a maximum amount each time. 1.7 Matic each time, total of 23.8 Matic. So this person put in $248,000 and has been able to withdraw 23.8 Matic, which is what, $30 something? I don't know, $40. I mean, $248,000 potentially lost if I'm reading this data correctly, and I think I am, but you know, go through it yourselves if you know how to download these transactions and stuff. I mean, it's just an incredible amount of money to be putting into a project like this that you could potentially lose it all. So this guy's either got money to burn or he's just incredibly stupid. Either way, you know, it's not level playing field when people are putting that kind of money into a project like this. If people are putting 248 grand in and potentially withdrawing 500,000 2 weeks later, then what chance have we got of withdrawing our 100 Matic, 200 Matic? You know, probably next to none if these people are getting in before us. But it doesn't matter if it's $248,000 or $248 that you're losing. It's all relative, and it's all what you can afford to put in and what you can afford to lose. And like I say, guys, you should only put in what you can afford to lose. If 10 Matic is a lot of money for you to lose and you're going to complain about it, then you really shouldn't be putting money into these projects. Now, like I say, this is not a level playing field now as far as I'm concerned. When whales are getting on board in things like this, then we've got no chance of ever withdrawing our funds. Not only that, but something else that's recently come to light and I want to share with you guys, and this has nothing to do with Matic FOMO or Phantom FOMO or Avalanche FOMO, nothing to do with the guys behind this at all. So let me just make that clear now. This is nothing to do with them. This is something completely different. But a developer recently contacted me via email. They asked me if I would do a video on their project, which is a similar return on investment type DApp. Not only did they offer to pay me to do the video, but they also said that I would have early access to the DApp, which means I could put my money in 5 minutes before you, an hour before you, whatever it is. Doesn't matter how long it is. If I'm getting in there early before the actual launch of the project, then I'm guaranteed to get my money back. Now, as you can imagine, well, I hope you can imagine, well, whether you can imagine it or not. I'm telling you, I didn't take them up on the offer. That is not something I want to get involved with. No matter how much money I could potentially make, I'm not going to promote a project where people are getting in early before everyone else has the opportunity. That is just not a level playing field. In fact, that's just blatant corruption and theft. Now, how many of these types of projects are out there? I don't know. How many people are getting access to these types of projects before they're actually launched? I don't know. Whether other YouTubers are doing it, I don't know. I don't care. Well, I do care, but I don't want to go down the route of trying to, you know, expose these people. That's not my job. But I can just tell you that this is definitely happening, and it has made me just like step away. I'm not getting involved in these projects at all. So two things there. Firstly is this is not a level playing field when there's whales coming in and they put in that kind of money into these projects. And secondly, this is definitely not a level playing field when people are getting early access to the app. And for those two reasons, I'm withdrawing any kind of involvement in any of these projects. Finally, I just want to say, guys, if you do put any money into any projects, whether it's high risk dApps like this, or whether it's, you know, something more stable or more medium to low risk, whether it's, you know, single finance or VVS finance or anything that I'm showing you or demonstrating on here, I can't stress enough, you've got to do your own research, guys. You can't put money in just because I have and then blame me or any other YouTuber if you lose money. Now, most of you guys who put money into these projects, if you lose money, you are taking that responsibility yourself. And that's, you know, thank you, because that's what you need to be doing. But for the odd few people who are leaving comments and saying, you know, you shouldn't be promoting this and you shouldn't be doing that and I've lost money because of you, please just stop. Just think about what you're saying and think about what you're doing. If you can't afford to lose $10, $20, $30, whatever it is, don't put it in. And if you do put it in and you lose money, please don't blame me or any other YouTuber or influencer or whatever you want to call us. I'm just trying to help you guys make money whilst I'm trying to make money myself, and I'm doing that by showing you these projects. I'm showing you how to put money into these projects. I'm showing you what the potential returns are, and I'm showing you what the risks are, and then you've got to make your own decision and do your own research. And I know it sounds cliche, but that's the honest truth. Thank you for watching. I hope that the video kind of shed some light on things and gave you more of an idea of what I'm about and what this channel is about, and I hope to see you again in another video. Thanks for watching. Take care.